I just sitting here studying, Mr. Marshall. Do you ever notice when you're riding along on a train this way, how the trees and stuff down close to the train looks like they're going in this direction, and the scenery's way out yonder looks like they're going forward? Another thing that always sort of bothered me, supposing there's a feller standing right here in the aisle and he was to jump up in the air, would he come back down right where he jumped up at, or would the train sort of run out from under him and he'd come down back here?
Down there.
Down here. You're listening, ain't you? Well, now, supposing he got up on top of the train, and this is the back car right here, and it's going 100 mile an hour in this direction. He's standing right here, and he jumps up in the air. Would he come back down on the back end of the car, or would he miss it and fall down here on the tracks and bust himself wide open?
I don't care.
You mean you'd let him fall right down? Oh, I don't either. I don't even know the fellow.
You don't seem to realize what this means to me. My whole future in Washington depends upon his getting his memory back and me getting that rubber formula. I don't want anything to jeopardize it. I take great pride in serving my country as a $1 a year man.
Granny, now there's something I've always wanted to be, is $1 a year man.
Aren't we getting me a Pine Ridge yet? Over 2 days on the train. You're sure we haven't passed it?
Oh, no, I know we ain't passed it. No, yonder's Briar Creek. I'd know that anywhere. And yonder's Rich Mountain.
Well, wake him up and tell him about some of these places.
He always gets mad whenever I wake him up.
Well, try it.
Abner.
Will you go off and lose yourself and quit bothering me when I'm trying to sleep? I don't want to talk to you, Grandpa. I don't dig your jive, kid. I just don't dig you.
You see what I mean?
Say, that Rich Mountain is a pretty tall peak, ain't it?
Oh, yeah, that's about the highest point toward the Appalachian. What did you say?
I say that Rich Mountain is a pretty high peak, all right.
How did you know that was Rich Mountain?
You just now called it that when you was talking to him.
Oh.
Another thing, that feller on the end of the train would have bounced like rubber.
Rubber?
Don't holler at me. Let me sleep. Hello, Lord.
Well, Steve Reynolds, you old rascal.
Welcome back to Pine Ridge. Howdy, Abner, howdy. Don't be calling me Abner. That's all I've heard. Who is this yokel that thinks he knows me anyway?
Well, you know Steve Reynolds runs the depot here.
Never heard of him before in my whole life.
Are you positive?
Why, of course I am. How could I ever forget a pan like that? If it weren't for joining the commandos, I'd have never come to a hick town like this to start with.
Abner's lost a spoke out of his wheel.
What's that?
Amnesia. Don't even know his own name.
Oh.
Look.
Get me Aunt Charity stairs.
Abner lost his memory complete. Don't know who he is nor nothing.
Lum says to everybody to bring their faces over to the store. Thinks maybe they'll help them to recollect. Yeah. I was thinking that maybe some of them faces will scare them into remembrance.
Yeah, mine's plumb gone. And Lum says for everybody to get right over to the Jot 'em Down store right away.
Yes? Yes? His mine is blank. Blanker than usual? Well, I'll be right over. I said I'd be right over.
Well, here you are, Mr. Davenport, right back in your own hometown. Right in your own store. Now, these people are all your friends. They all know you. Don't you recognize any of them?
Homeless-looking bunch of yard dogs I ever seen in my life.
See here, Abner Peabody.
How many times have I got to tell you my name's Buster V. Davenport? You want me to prove it to you?
Just a minute, Buster.
What are we doing down here anyway? Looking for a Japanese spy?
No, not exactly.
Well, what are we doing? Quit stalling.
Well, you know Aunt Charity Spears.
I never seen that old woman
Why,
before.
you hold your temper.
You better hold Pappy. She don't look like no Japanese spy, or neither does old Billy Whiskers here. What'd you do with your circus, bud? What are you doing, playing hooky? What are you smiling about, kid? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's your man. There's a Japanese spy if I ever seen one. What's your name? Where do you live? What do you do? Where's your draft card? Don't stand there grinning at me, you Japanese man. Bring me a piece of rubber hose. I'll give him the 3rd degree. Yeah, I thought that'd make you blink.
You mean to say the chemical laboratory hasn't turned in that report yet?
No, they haven't, Mr. Marshall. And, oh, yes, there was something else I wanted to tell you. There have been some people here looking over your offices.
Perhaps. Looking over my offices? Listen, you tell them I'm not finished yet.
Yes, I know, but I guess they're looking just in case.
Yeah, well, there's still 2 more days to go on that week.
And by the way, people here have been asking for Mr. Peabody and Mr. Edwards. Evidently, their advice is needed badly.
I'm not interested in that. When you get that report, bring it along to Pine Ridge.
Yes, sir, the very moment that I get it. Goodbye, Mr. Marshall.
Sounds like he's in his usual dithers.
Oh, why don't you let up on him?
Well, if you'll come and work for me.
Me take your dictation? You don't need a secretary to help you turn out that column. What you need is a gremlin.
Domestic work is what I had in mind for you. Housekeeping, cleaning, cooking.
Cooking?
Sure, cooking. I'm an old-fashioned guy.
Well?
Well, what are we going to do, Doc? He's back there in the feed room now. He thinks he's a commando.
Yippee! All right, every man for himself.
Have you tried a shock? Maybe a sudden fright.
Boom!
No, don't do that.
It scared you, didn't it?
Oh, now, please, gentlemen, please. Time is the essence.
What is?
Any essence. How do I know what essence?
Mr. Marshall means we got to work fast.
Now, listen, we've tried everything the doctor suggested, and nothing has worked. Now we've got to try that one last desperate measure.
Oh, well, he ain't going to get whopped on the head, I'll tell you that right now. I'd rather he'd stay here in Pine Ridge thinking he was Buster V. Davenport.
All right, then a man in a white coat will come and get him, and you'll only be able to see him on Visitor's Day.
He ain't going to get whopped.
Yeah, but this is the last day. Unless I get that formula today, I'll be out of my ear. And the country will be facing a crisis.
Well, I'm just as patriotic as anybody else, but he ain't going to get whopped.
Very well, then think of Pine Ridge. Don't you want to be Pine Ridge's hero? Don't you want to give the country the rubber it needs? Don't you want your bust in the Hall of Fame?
Bust where?
Your bust in the Hall of Fame?
Well, if it's got to be done. Well, I'm his best friend. I reckon it's up to me to do it.
This way, please. Well, now, here we are. It's just the very thing. Now, don't be squeamish. Just let him have it. One good one.
Quiet, men, we're in enemy territory.
Mr. Davenport. Mr. Davenport. Where are you? Mr. Davenport. Oh, there you are. Come on out of there, Mr. Davenport. We've got business to do. Oh, come on, Mr. Davenport. Stop that playing. Mr. Davenport. Where are you? Well, where are you? Abner, I know you're under there somewhere. Abner, get out from under that.
Pick 'em up.
Oh, don't do that. Get out from under there.
I can't do it. I'm fixing to make an innovation. I'll strike it dawn.
Oh, for goodness sake, come on. I want to talk to you.
I want to talk to you, too. How many men you got? How many airplanes? How many tanks?
Abner, I ain't got time to play soldier.
I ain't Abner. I'm General Buster V. Davenport of the Commando.
All right, General, come on out. Maybe I'll surrender.
I Doggy, that's better. Yes, sir. Business. Uh-oh. Well, Doggies, you're a commando, too, huh?
Well, sorter.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Well, that's... hand me that seed catalog there.
That ain't no seed catalog. Them's my secret orders.
Oh, you know good and well that's a seed catalog.
Did he?
Not yet.
Here, pick me out some nice flowers for my yard.
Flowers?
Yeah, and just keep looking at the book.
Yeah, I think I sort of used to be in the flower business if I could recollect it.
General, if you got a hit on the head with that hat on, would it hurt you any?
Why, of course not. That's the reason I wear it.
Oh, I'm scared of that. I mean, that's fine.
There's some
Well,
pretty roses.
ain't it terrible uncomfortable?
It's awful heavy, awful heavy.
Well, why don't you take it off and rest your head a few minutes?
Can't do it. I'm on duty.
Oh, well, let me try it on. If it fits me, I might join your army.
Why, sure. Yes, sir. Be proud to have you.
No.
Let's see now, what sort of flowers did you want?
Lilies are nice.
Oh, lilies, huh? Yeah, them is nice. Yes, sir. Lilies is awful nice. And I'll
Oh,
tell
you still got the hat on. Let me try it on again.
Oh, excuse me. I thought you'd done with it.
Here.
Yes, sir. These nasturtiums is awful pretty.
I'm going in. Locked.
Just makes an awful pretty bed of flowers. I love that.
Oh, Granny.
What's the matter? Oh, my, what happened to Mr. Marshall? Here, Mr. Marshall. Mr. Marshall.
Oh, my
Mr.
goodness.
Marshall. Hey, you hurt?
Get him up
Mr.
there.
Oh,
What's the matter, Abner? Did you hurt your head?
I don't think so.
Well, come on, let's get him up from here.
Hi, Doggies, Lom. We're in our store.
Oh, well, I know where we're at. Hi, Granny, she called me Lum.
Doggies, what are we doing here, Lom?
Abner, you just called me Lum.
I've been calling you Lom for 50-odd years. I thought we was in Washington.
You've got your memory back. He's got his memory back. Well, what are you folks doing here?
Oh, well,
Abner
hello.
just got his memory back.
I don't know what he's talking about, but we ought to be in Washington looking after my rubber formulae.
It isn't necessary, Mr. Peabody. I have the chemist report right here.
Mr. Peabody's invention definitely is not rubber.
But it builds complete airplane runways in 2 hours.
All you have to do is dump it on the ground and it hardens to a level mass.
It's a new asphalt. Builds landing fields quicker than any other material.
Build landing fields.
What about all them youngins who've been eating that stuff for licorice?
I reckon we'll have the only interior landing fields in the world.
And by the way, I have a very special message for you gentlemen. It's from the Research Board. They would like you to act as an advisory committee on farm problems.
Advisory committee, huh?
And what's more important, Mr. Edwards, you're going to serve your country as chairman of the board as $1 a year man.
$1 a year, man. Did you hear that, Abner?
And Mr. Peabody is to be your assistant at $10,000 a year salary.
$10,000 a year. Did you hear that, Long? Did you hear that, Mr. Marshall?
Who's Mr. Marshall?
Well, that's you.
No, I'm Buster V. Davenport. A commando.